Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we'll be solving this problem called compress the string. Let's go through this. In this task we would like for you to appreciate the usefulness of group by function of iter-tools. So we have to use the group by function of iter-tools. If you want to know more about this, you have to click. So here we can see the doc about this. First let's read the problem. So you are given a string S. Suppose a character C occurs consecutively x times in the string. We have to replace these consecutive occurrences of characters with x comma C, where x is the number of times it is appearing and C is the character in the string. For better understanding of the problem, check the explanation. So here you can see a single line of input consisting of string S will be provided. A single line of output consisting of modified string we have to provide. Okay. So add all the characters of S denotes integer between 0 to 9 and mod of S has to be between 1 and 10 to the power 4. So you can see that each of the digit is between 0 to 9 and whole string is consist of integers only. So this is justified. We have to provide the modified string. So here you can see 1 is appearing one time, so this is how it is written. Then 2 is appearing 3 times, so 2 is appearing 3 times. Then 3 is appearing 1 time, 3 is appearing 1 time, 1 is appearing 2 time, 1 is appearing 2 time. So this is how we have to represent the output, and the given input will be in this fashion. First the character 1 occurs only once, it is replaced by 1 comma 1. Then the character 2 occurs 3 times, it is replaced by 3 comma 2, and so on. Also note that the single space within each compression and between the compression. So you can see the space, one space is here within the compression, and there is one space here between the compressions. So we have to represent in this fashion. So let's compress the string, and we have to use this guy. So iter-tools. So what is iter-tools? You can see the docs. So this iter-tools dot group by iterable and key is there. So make an iterator that returns consecutive keys and groups from the iterable. So this guy has to be some iterable, so some list type of thing you have to provide inside, you can imagine. Okay. And then and then what key is a function computing a key value for each element. Key is some function, this guy is some function which is computing the key value for each element. I don't think we will be required that. If not specified or is none, then key defaults to an identity function and returns the element unchanged. So it won't do anything, and it returns the element unchanged. Generally the iterable needs to already be sorted on the same key function. So you need sorting. Iterable needs to already be sorted on the same key function. Now the operation of group by is similar to Unix filter, it is not required. Generates a break or new group every time the value of key function changes, which is why it is usually necessary to have sorted data using the same key function. We'll see an example here that a behavior differs from SQL group by, which is aggregate common elements regardless of their element. This is not required. The returned group is itself an iterator. Remember, returned group is an iterator, shares the underlying iterable with group by. Because the source is shared when the group by object is advanced, the previous group is no longer visible. So if the data is needed later, it should be restored as a list. So here you can see an example. They have initialized a group list as a group, then unique keys a list as a unique keys. Then data is sorted here, you can see, with a key function, and then same key function is used here in group by. So group by is used with the data. This is sorting. So you have a data which is iterable type, and the key value is key function, some key function will be there. It is sorted and then it is stored again in data. So that's what it is telling here. iterable needs to already be sorted on the same key function. So here also you can see a group by takes a data as well as key function. Both these key function has to be same, and if you won't provide any key function, it will not do anything. It will return the identity function same as it is, it will return. Okay. Then yeah, for kg in group by data comma key function, what you are doing is you are appending the values of g in groups and you are appending the value of k in unique keys. Okay, so I know it looks very very bogus type. I mean, you won't be understanding anything from here. So let's do this here. So we anyway you can see, yeah, you can see here some example. You can see these two guys, and this will be much more give you much more clarity. So this for loop, you can see for kg in group by data comma key function. So key function is not being provided, so you can see this is the data. Okay, and it is inside provided inside group by, and it will give you the value of kg. Now this is list concatenation form, right? We have done is this long back. So what you are printing is the value of key k. So it will process this for loop is processed, and this k value is provided inside the unique keys, right? That's what it is happening here. So what will be the output? You can see a b c d a b. So it will remove the duplicates and it will only give the variables. You can see a, then b, then c, then d. Here you can see d is there, then a, then b. So unique keys it is giving to you, right? So that is the value of k. So we have this whole string. Out of that you are getting, by applying this whole line, you are getting a b c d b a b. So unique unique keys you are getting. In the second line you can see for kg in group by this. So this is telling you about g. So if you will write list g, what will happen? It will separate the variables with its repetition. So this guy is separated with this guy, then this cc is separated, then d is separated, you can see, and it is stored in list form because it's an iterator, no, that's why. So let's do it and we'll see the changes. Okay, so it's better to learn from here, I think. First I'll take the input s. This is our string, right? But first we have to import, I think, from iter tools, import group by, right? So this is our group by. Now I'll define something unique key. Same I let me define unique unique keys, right, equal to bracket and then groups. Same thing I am doing what given in example, I am not solving right now. Then for loop, let me take this same thing, control C, control V. For kg in group by, here we have capital S and I won't be providing any key function, okay, because we want as it is. Then what I'll do is I'll write unique keys dot append k and groups dot append g. Let me provide you g and then we will see what is the change. So let me print these guys so that you can see what is happening. Unique keys and print groups. Let's see what the output says. So just exactly I have copied the, so you can see that you are getting this in key values. So you can see the input is this, and it removed the repetition and it provided the unique keys 1 2 3 and then 1 again, 1 2 3 1. So that's what you are getting from K. In K you are getting this. Okay, so that's the thing group by is doing to you. Then in the next line you can see you are getting iterations, iter2s. That's what it is written here. You will get the group iter itself that shares the underlying table with group by. So you can see, just to see the inside content you have to do list. That's the reason it is doing list here. Okay, so now you will be able to see the now you are able to see 1, then 2 2 2, then 3, then 1 1. So it has converted into list form. This guy, this list thing is, that's why it is required, so that you can access the iteration inside content of the iteration. Okay, so yeah, what about key? I think we don't need a key stuff. The key value, table and key. I don't know what you can provide inside a key, comma, key, yeah, s, comma. So you can see key is group by, key is equal to none. Make an iterator that returns consecutive key and groups from the iterator. If the function is not specified or is none, the element itself is used for grouping. So if I'll do like this, let me convert into list. What will be the difference? We already got we wanted, we just have to represent in different fashion. I'm just experimenting. So there is no change if you do list. So I don't know what the key parameter does, what kind of parameter you can provide here, but whatever we have right now as an output, we can work our way out. Here you can see, now you will be able to understand the lines. Make an iterator that returns consecutive keys and group from the iterable. Okay, so keys you are getting A B C D A B, this, and then groups you are getting. The key is functional computing, function computing a key value for each element. So we don't know what key value is. We are considering none because it gives our output. Key defaults to identity function, return the element unchanged, because it is providing unchanged and nothing changed by not providing key. Generally the iterable needs to already be sorted on the same function. We don't even had to sort the data. And then the operation of group by is similar to Unix, that is not required. Generates a break or new group every time the value of the key function changes, which is why it is usually necessary to have sorted the data using the same key function. So we are not even using key functions, so there is no point of sorting and keeping the key functions same. If we will be using key function, we have to make sure this sorting and this group by has to be done with same key functions. That behavior differs and nothing. The group itself is a iterator that share the underline when the group by object is and this is not required to us. So I hope you are getting the feel. You should know how to read the docs actually. I mean, that's your best friend. Rather than going through Stack Overflow and all second or third person perspective, it's better to have first person perspective. And it's a genuine doc, python docs.python.org, so you should know how to understand this. I really hate this. I don't know what they write here. It gets difficult for me to understand, to be frank, but slowly I try to digest it, and you should also do that, because that's the main thing. This is the official thing. And here you can see what inside group by function is. You can see here they have made a class and what it is doing actually inside stuff. But that is not required. If you want, you can read it. Then comes ifilter, iterative tools, so that is not required. Let's go back. So now you have your output, so you just have to represent in the given fashion. So we don't actually need these k values. We can just write what we can do is we can just count the length, what is the length and what is the first guy. So that will help, that will make our job done. So this will be the length and this is the initial value. So only with the groups I can work. Let me remove this and let me remove this. Okay, so let me print. So a for loop will work for I in groups. I'll represent let me append only unique keys only. I'll use unique keys dot append. So I have to represent in this fashion, no? So what I am doing is I'll take I'll write like this, bracket start, then since it is an str, so plus str, then length I, so length I str, then plus you have what this this comma, right, comma and space also is there, it is inside stuff. Then again plus will come str. Why str I am doing? Because it's an integer, no, these guys are integer, you can't append integer with strings, these brackets, commas, that's why. So str I 0, I0 will be first element. So length with first element I am showing, and then what can I do? I have to close it, plus close it like this, and let me print the unique guys. Print, it should not be named as unique guys, but I am using because I have defined the variable. Let me run it. Int str, some mistake I did, I think. Bracket is closed, this is this is not required, I think. This is the bracket plus str length of I, correct. Okay, I have not closed here, this is should be closed, I think now it is correct. Okay, so you can see each of the element, there is a space here. Now space separated also I have to make, so I'll do star here, star, so that it will becomes, each of the element will be space separated. Yeah, so you got in this fashion. So I can remove this which is not required, let's run it. Yes, you got it. Let's submit the, all the test cases are passed. Congratulations, we have earned 20 points. Okay, so it was purely about this guy, group by function. So we have used it, we have not used the key parameter, but it made our job done. Okay, so yeah, that was this problem. Let's move on to the next one.